let's get another nation out of the war. I've been sitting on this for a bit. I might as well get it out of the way.
Pause. I was like, why isn't it popping up? Huh.
Sorry, I have so many events. Apparently one guy's a traitor, so I had to go and prison him.
Imprison him. Should have just guillotined his ass.
I only had two options, to let him free or imprison him.
Alright, well he's in prison. Now you can execute him into prison.
I didn't even think... Can you actually see the...
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh boy. We just took over a lot. We just took over... There was an entire nation here a moment ago, and now it's gone.
Oh, look at that. He just killed himself mysteriously. What?
Oh, and I just got a lot of
wow.
money. Holy fuck, from giving
How did that happen?
some dude that bribed me a
I
government
don't
position.
know, man.
Who gave the man
boy.
a fork in prison?
Sadly,
I don't
the
even
guards
know what
fell
they're
asleep.
joking about anymore. Oh god, there's so much stuff happening. Alice the Conqueror, holy fuck. Okay. I don't know what's happening anymore. I think we're about to basically finish up this war, though. Completely. Once this gets taken, I could probably get everything I'm missing in the peace agreement. About to be at 100. Waiting on that. And blam. Wait, no? What? Not 100. Take. Take. That's everything. I don't know why it's not 100. Because that's everything. Alright. I've taken everything. The war is over. Banish all those of class. And I will have a lot of things to look over. Holy shit, that's a lot of fortresses. That's too much. Why are so many of these where food are... What? This is stupid.
I didn't even know you could pay off barbarians.
Yes.
Seems kind of worthless, though, unless you're a small country.
It scales with your size, the amount that you pay.
Hey, Rez. Or, well, Rez, could you do me a favor?
Ah.
Could you, there's a little port you have. There's a shrine there. Could you desecrate it? It's gonna be, in northwest Iberia. Hold on, I'll get you a name for it.
So something I just took over.
Yes.
Because I just finished a war.
Oh, no.
I'm currently having to sort through
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you here in a minute, then. Alright, so the war in Thrace is done. They took a pretty decent chunk.
Holy shit, that was faster than Egypt. Look at... The Seleucids are doing great in Narpi's absence. Now this is a Seleucid that's not afraid to go into Anatolia. Look at this shit. Beating up Thrace. Something Narpi probably should have done a long time ago. They're gonna catch up to the Marians at this rate if they keep going. The Seleucids didn't even start that war. That was started on them. The Seleucids took so much, they're at 85 aggressive expansion. Holy fuck.
God damn.
Yeah. Is it this druidic holy site to, of, what is this? Belisama?
It's called... It's right beside the country of Baydaya.
Okay, yeah.
It's like the nearest fort to the right.
Yeah, so the shrine of Belisama.
Oh, is that what it's called?
So that's the deity that the shrine is to.
Gotcha, yeah, that one then.
Why do you want me to destroy this?
So I can build it somewhere else.
But this gives me benefits.
Oh, man.
I get 10% local tax, plus 1 local city building slot, and plus 5 migration attraction.
Don't you have enough money, though?
You have asked me many times my money situation, and you always get surprised how bad it is.
Fair enough.
Every time I tell you, you're like, jeez. Like, yeah, I told you I was rushing to get to a point where I could fight Narpi. I didn't have time to make money. I'm making a deficit right now. Speaking of money, though, I do have money to spend due to certain events that happened, so I'm gonna go around and start building a fuck ton of farms right now. In Macedonia, Illyria, part of Greece, I think. Alright, we're still doing well. Let's go up into Illyria some more. Okay. And I think I just managed to build every farm that I can in this region. Which means when we get more money, I can start looking into making some ports. Some more ports. God, I haven't even finished up. Oh no, I did finish up Italia with all that and Magna Graecia. I can kind of go down this coast next and around Greece. And then pull out the slave estates. For one of my missions, I have everything I need. I just need to conquer this. But it's empty because the nation that was here literally just got up and moved. So I need to start transferring slaves to move into these places. If that's at all possible. Alright, this is already at 7. Which is a pretty good sign. So let's move someone over from Carta here. Oh, never mind. This has to take specifically from Varia. That's wonderful. Alright, but I can take from that province next door with the stone, so we just get this up to 8. Which is easier, or not as easy. I make it sound with how this is. Has only slaves and then cannot be a source for colonization, and now this says it needs 8. What the fuck? Well, of course it only has slaves. I can only move slaves. What do you want from me? Dominant culture is not integrated culture. Only has slaves. Oh, you're just going to make it real difficult on me, huh? Of course, nothing over here is integrated. Who cares if it's integrated? Why do I need an integrated culture to colonize? It's like the opposite of how colonizing America went. You just sent everyone you didn't want over there. New religion? Don't want to integrate it? Send it to America. Encourage them to go to America. New prisoners? You know, you send them too. Just everyone you don't want. Same thing with Australia. That's literally the way Liberia came to be. Because post-Civil War, rather than just integrate all the former black slaves, you take a black slave movement that was preaching that they should all return to Africa, and then you give them a boat, and then you just let them go and make their own country, and then it doesn't go well, and then you intervene, and now it's kind of like a colony, sorta. Well, maybe I won't complete that part of the mission. Either way, damn. But then I wouldn't be able to defeat this part of the mission either, because I need to fucking colonize this. Oh my god. These guys are getting on my nerves. I want the colonias, though. That's the thing. I want the colonias. For the next bit I want to attack, I have one claim on one thing here. It's not a lot to go off of, but there's not a lot here. And I probably will just go ahead and attack it regardless of this colonization situation. Just so I do technically have all of Iberia under my control. Because I can always just wait this out for as long as need be, even to the end of the game. Because I could just turn on Carthage or something. And I don't really need a mission to go after Carthage. I'm not going to go after Thrace or anything. That doesn't really matter to me. Seleucids I couldn't really get anything on without forging it myself anyway. Same with, like, Egypt and all that jazz. Yeah, I do have a mission to go in Anatolia, but I don't really want to go into there. Alright, I think I'm going to start this next war. We have, like, virtually no aggressive expansion. So this wouldn't be too bad. We still don't have Senate support, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and start this bitch up. And we'll conquer this final corner of Iberia. I just accidentally went like 750 into debt. But then I fixed it. I didn't read an event close enough and I just ended up like almost 1,000 in debt. I was like, what the fuck? Carthage just went to war with Egypt. Alright. They had to strike out eventually.
That war's been going on for a while now.
And now there's an Egyptian revolt. I can't believe how royally Thrace got fucked up, dude. They lost 100 settlements. That's crazy.
Holy shit, Rick's on a stick.
Alright, I want a siege. That's good. Yeah, I mean, they're not going to put up much of a fight. That's how most of these wars go at this point. It's like, well, yeah, they're not going to put up much of a fight, so what'd you expect? Well, I have pretty much the entire enemy faction taken over now. I just have to take this one... Right here, this one stronghold is in my way, stopping me from getting to the rest of these guys. And once they're dead and this is taken, it should pretty much be over. Well, looks like the war is completely done. Went pretty uneventfully. I just slaughtered them. They died. I win. Take everything over. Very good. And I pretty much own all of Iberia now. That's a nice mission accomplished. Look at that beautiful Roman Empire. All of Greece, Macedonia, Illyria, Italia, Magna Graecia, part of Carthage. What the fuck? Did Egypt win this war? Why is Egypt in Carthage? How the fuck? Carthage was that bad that Egypt made their way all the way up here and took all of this successfully? Holy crap, that's 3 different provinces. Alright, that's not what I was expecting.
What is that, border gore?
That's some border gore, that's what that is.
Just arrested this one chick. What should I do? Should I banish her, execute her, flog, or what I'm looking at, sell her into slavery?
Burn her at the stake,
Well,
obviously.
There's also a secret option, like she'll just randomly kill herself. Guards fell asleep again, damn it.
Now, ideally, I need to go start making more roads to connect all of Iberia together. Alright, I'm setting up this big roadway for right now. This may probably not be all of it. Don't even know how well you can see the little gray lines going through here, or whatever. No, yellow, gray, they keep changing because time's moving, but yeah, they're going through, and I don't know how it's really going to turn out. Holy shit, I've maxed my political influence without realizing it. Alright, cool. I guess I should start spending that, huh? I could build some more cities. That's definitely something I could do. Fill up Iberia with some more cities where I have these capitals. That could be a good money maker. And good for setting my feet down over here. Just as long as I'm building somewhere that doesn't have a colony or colonia, and isn't somewhere that can get one. So right here at Stadalicia, this looks like a good spot for a city. I'll go ahead and found one there. I don't know if I can actually get away with it here, but this is outside of the mission zones. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and found a city here. They don't like me, but I guess I can set up a city there nonetheless. Alright, well that's cool. Did you notice, out of all the players, the only one left that actually has barbarians is Shibi, up there in, like, Scotland region. He has 2 barbarian spawns.
I was noticing some in Scandinavia too. I don't know where that's coming from.
Oh yeah, there are some in Norway. There's a spawn over there, but that's kind of still AI land. Actually, no, he took that part over at some point. Oh, he's in a war right now. Huh. Alright.
Interesting.
Oh, well, you completely kicked him out of Europe. Everything he took is yours. Mainland, anyway, of course, you know, Norway, Sweden aside. That's pretty good.
I'm proud of what I did. I think I did okay this game.
Yeah, you survived. You ended up number 2 on the scoreboard right now. Now, speaking of stuff and things, I need to start building ports in Greece. Anywhere that I can fit a port that hasn't had something else made, including a city. Cities here are pretty much already done, so anywhere else, I'm just gonna go around squeezing them in. It actually really wasn't that tough. Greece, Macedonia, Illyria, I fit in ports anywhere that they'll fit that are not a city, so that's good. Slave estates are going to be quite more plentiful because a lot of this region is actually inland and most of the cities are on the coasts. Another barbarian event of barbarians splitting up.
Have they no shame?
Imagine being uncivilized.
I know, the thought.
This one is quite interesting. So this barbarian, this giant barbarian nation has shattered, but the one that owns all of it is in Sweden, but everything it owns, and that was a part of it pretty much, is where Ukraine goes. How did this nation even form like this?
That's weird.
That is really weird. That's barbarians for you, yeah? I found another city to build over here at Turtacom, and I accidentally kind of built a road network here thinking this would be the capital, but I took over a better spot for the capital over here, so I'm going to move it. It's not going to be immediately connected to this big-ass roadway, but I'll fix that later, I guess, maybe. All in all, it does look and feel as though I am civilizing this place pretty well. And another city I can make down here in Mentessa, so I'll go ahead and build that. Still just trying to drain the political influence on something. I figure I'd drain it on something that would end up making me more money, specifically, rather than, you know, draining it on going to war somewhere. Look at how meager his road network still is. It's so bare bones. And then compare that to, like, ours.
I think he just kind of forgot about it, honestly.
Probably. It's just like partially there. He just goes to war now instead. He hasn't, like, none of it's really connected.
One thing I've learned in this playthrough is just how important roads are.
Yeah, they're very important. They're very expensive, but they're very important. They create tremendous, like, long-term bonuses.
I also didn't even know connecting roads helped economy stuff too. I really
Oh,
just
yeah.
did it for strategic military value.
And it's per connection. So if you connect it to every settlement surrounding, you're creating that exact bonus again.
Gotcha.
Travis,
Yeah.
did you settle one of these uncolonized areas in fucking Iberia?
I wanted some salt.
You realize I need that for a mission, right?
Okay, I didn't know that. Here. Well, I'll sell it back to you. I thought you were done with all your missions.
No, I actually need the unsettled parts for the mission here.
Oh, okay. My bad, I'm sorry.
Well, I got the city. That was easy. Guess I got a couple of his pops as well. I don't know how, probably one of these was his, but fun. Kind of forgot that there was a city over here to begin with. Guess that can be the capital. Thanks for the capital, Travis. Oh, I see you are fighting barbarians again.
Yep.
I see you are done fighting barbarians again. I'm gonna start fabricating claims on Carthage again. Not gonna be simple or quick or easy, but I figure I might as well, because my aggressive expansion's low. I should find another war target. This is something where the missions, the historical special missions, are kind of done anyway. All my claims right now are in the west in an area that doesn't really matter as much to me. This is the main thing that matters, is over here. Carthage still probably has a good military of sorts. And it would be nice to take more of this Mediterranean region as well. Also, hey, look. Oh, well, I could build a farm over here on Mago. Let's do that. Anything else here worth building? I mean, not really. Pretty much the rest of this is just going to be ports. I don't know why this has a fort. So let me get rid of that, put a farm there. And then everything else just kind of going to get ports, because that's all that'll really go there. Like, this as a slave estate doesn't really need it. Probably better than a port, realistically, but I'm just going to build a port. There's just going to be a fuck ton of ports here. It's going to be a port island. Let's go. Well, today I did finally pass Moria for population.
Nice.
Although that might be skewed by the fact that Moria has a revolt right now, but I'm still pretty sure that I passed them. Yeah, because I think they were in like the 15,000s or something, and I'm now in the 16,000s. So I'm now the largest with the most population, biggest navy, probably the biggest army.
But yeah, it's still a tiny dick. It's okay. You gotta compensate for something.
I am finally filling up the Legio Italia to the max with everything I can squeeze into this thing. Now it has 120 out of 120 cohorts. You split this in half and it's 30k stacks, 2 of them, instead of just 60k, but 60k is already kind of a crazy amount. It's constantly attriting, even sitting on Carthago due to how heavy it is by itself. It's insane. And the Legio Magna Graecia can get almost as large, to be honest. Now I filled that up as far as that goes, 104 out of 104. I believe this is the group over here. Yeah, Magna Graecia I put at the other border to Carthage, seeing as my second largest stack. Something else would have to come over here. 1 or 2 more things here primarily. It really depends, like, what am I trying to get if I go to war with them? But you pretty much, this is 1. I have claims on 2 provinces here, but most of the Carthaginians are probably going to be in the east. I don't know if they'd even be able to get through Egypt, or if Egypt would let them. I don't know if Egypt would even let me through. No. So there'd probably be some big naval fights, to say the least, here. I've gone ahead now and I've maxed out every single legion with the most amount of units that it can get that I have. There are still more legions I can raise, namely Africa specifically, without any further increased efforts of integration or assimilation. But just having all this maxed out is honestly pretty cool by itself. I think I will go ahead and raise the African one. and see how it turns out. I believe this is going to be the entire Legion right here. Unless I'm running into some other limitation. That's big maintenance increase. That's a lot of money spent on the whole thing, but that should be it. That should be good. We now have an African Legion set up with my usual setup. And it's under the Italian one right now. We can move it. 14.5K. That'd be good for some defensive action in this region. The road building is still continuing in Iberia, but as you can see, the north leading up to this point and all around is far more interconnected now. It might show better on the Atlas screen, yeah. So I've kind of like started somewhere around here and then connected all this, gone around, come down here. Now it's going to go down the center and do some connections up northwards. It's going to look a lot better. If you look, Travis, at the road building in Iberia, you'll see the north now has some connections. There's a big blotch in the middle, basically, but I'm filling that in now.
Oh yeah, I see what you mean.
It's gonna look good.
It already looks so beautiful.
So, are you gonna end up fighting Shibi again?
Who knows? I really don't know.
Because I think he's probably content to spend the rest of this playthrough somewhere out of your hair, if that's what it takes to keep you off him.
And I'm honestly content with just taking the rest of Germany.
I guess it'll be 1 PvP each then.
I guess so.
Because he's definitely not going to attack you. Way out of his league, and I think he can see that now. Ooh, I can make another claim. What else do I want to claim? What is this? Satis. Need the Satis. So you have a claim on this. Gonna get a claim on this. This would be nice as well. It'd be a little connected. But I can only do one of these at a time, which is
I
unfortunate.
didn't even realize it, but he only has 200 territories.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking small compared to you.
I thought he would have a lot more.
I mean, we were looking at this past sessions, and I pointed out several times to you that you were like 2 times his size. He didn't stand a chance to you at any point. The singular pop that you used to settle this city in Iberia has decided he doesn't want to live in that city anymore. No. He's moving over to Pollentia, which is basically around the northwest corner of Italia, and maybe like southeast corner of Transalpine Gaul. Also, he's leaving the city and moving to the countryside, because there's no city over here.
I respect the man.
This is livestock farming territory, just outside of a city. He's in a city, an empty fucking city, but he's in a city that has like a grand theater and everything. He's the only nobleman there. Like this pot right here basically would control all the political power in this location.
Oh, he's a noble.
Yeah.
Nice.
Even though, you know, the Arverni don't actually have rights here, so they can't go above freemen. So he will be demoted one day. I have 43 Arverni total in my territory. That one noble is the only one, naturally. 11 are freemen and 31 are slaves.
I don't have a single Roman.
I guess, how do I have so much of yours then? Oh, you know, okay, no, it all makes sense. Because when you traded me that stuff in the southeast corner of Transalpine Gaul, that was filled with Arverni. When I traded you stuff in the mountains, it was filled with the Lepontics, who I had integrated.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense why Lepontics then.
Yeah, I needed them to get the Barbarian tree. Which I have, like, barely gone into at all, but I have unlocked it. I haven't gone into it at all. For almost the entire game, I've ignored most of my military text. I think I'll start putting some text into here.
37 more years, yes.
Or whatever that is worth.
Oh yeah, we're pretty much near the end of it.
If going at the same pace as now, basically, which, you know, we are, because we never changed the speed, it would take probably another 4.5 hours to reach the end of the game. Because I think it was, like, we got 13 years in the past hour and a half or something. God, imagine saying that in SRU. I got 13 years in the past hour and a half.
Yeah,
Holy
that will
shit!
never happen.
Nah, dude, even on fastest, to get 13 years, you're looking at like, god damn, so much time. You're looking at several, like, play sessions. I think I'm just gonna go towards getting the Earthworks building, even though that's not something I plan on using a lot, just because it also unlocks the rest of this. And this is a kind of cool one. National Fort Infrastructure Capacity +1 everywhere, and Commerce Value plus 0.01. I don't know if that's like over time, or if that's just a flat bonus to everywhere, which in which case would not really add up to a whole lot. But I guess that's like one more money every 100 settlements for whatever that's worth. At the very least, all these upgrades will make forts a lot more defensive in the meantime, for whatever that's worth, considering the fact that we don't really rely on them very much. But yeah. And now I can finally get the research called Mines. Oh my god. So, Travis, I'm finally getting the tradition to allow myself to build the heaviest of ships. And the tradition is called Mines Bigger Than Yours. Completely out of place since the one before it is called Forged for War. That makes sense. But no, the best one? Mines Bigger Than Yours. I find this so incredible, having followed very closely the drama where, like, feminists and liberals were all very upset by dick jokes and stuff in World of Warcraft. And so Blizzard, as you know, along with many other things happening, because they had like a scandal going on, decided to change all the dick jokes in the game. But a company with as many left-wing employees as Paradox Interactive, nope, mine's bigger than yours. 10 out of 10.
I'm perfectly fine with it.
You know, it's very hypocritical sometimes, but, you know, it doesn't matter because mine's bigger than yours, right?
Is it though? Is it bigger than yours?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah. Yeah, I think it is. Whew.
Now I need to go after like Egypt and see how well the ships hold up.
Well, I mean, I still have that navy I built for dealing with Narfi, like this whole time.
Oh yeah.
I haven't built anything new or anything. I just have like still 100 medium ships and 100 light ships, and that's all I've really needed, because even as other nations grow larger and get their navies up, like 148 is what Thrace and Seleucids have right now, compared to like the 200 in that fleet. It's not really an issue.
Oh damn, Egypt actually lost a lot.
Well, they lost some, like a province.
Weren't they like
or two.
170?
No. Not anytime recently, anyway. Thrace had the most at the start of today, and then now they're tied with the Seleucids after losing to the Seleucids. I see you have 75, so that's definitely grown. You know, you are the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th most populated country on the map. Shibi is 6, 7, 8, is 8th, just after Carthage.
Not bad.
And I have no aggressive expansion. I'm just not in any wars right now. Definitely could. I just got another claim on Carthage. I could just start fabricating this one right now on Masulamania. But I need to get more troops over here. What I have is not going to be enough. I can take the biggest stack, which is the Greek stack. This was actually involved in the other fighting in the west. It's just over here now. But we're going to need some big numbers to actually take stuff over here. Because I remember the Carthaginians having big numbers. It would be great if I could just get the Magnagration stack over there.
Some, pirate havens in Iberia, by the way.
Oh yeah, true. I like just took them at the end there. That's right. Oh, I can go get rid of those. I think I'll leave the Magnagration one over there, and I'll bring the Greek one down, and maybe also the Macedonian one. These two haven't seen a lot of combat. These are my next largest stacks. I had the Illyrian and Cisalpine Gaul ones involved, but they can just kind of go where they belong. Which, well, the Cisalpine one I'm basing out of Transalpine Gaul. And then the Illyrian one is actually in Illyria. But I can, like, move them around a little bit. I can move the Cisalpine Gaul one actually to Cisalpine Gaul. And then I can move the Illyrian one. Well, maybe still in Illyria. Maybe into, like, Macedonia. Over here. This is a city that didn't exist at the start of the game, I'm pretty sure. I just like move you down there. You can kind of cover that region defensively. Not that that's actually needed, but that's how I'm doing it. Let's enable the earthworks building. There we go. Very nice. I also want to just get like more discipline bonuses and other things. I need maintenance reductions as my tech goes up, my military tech, which is super, super fucking high. The maintenance cost for everything's going up. And only so much can be done by investing in civic advancements, but there are still many things to gain money-wise over here. I also want other things. If I just take some more shit over, I mean, that'll certainly help as well. But as I take more of this over, get more Carthaginians, this African group will be able to grow, like, a lot more. This place is already kind of packed to the brim with what it can have, so this is about as much as we can make out of it. We'd have to take more, which we'll definitely get to doing. I just got to get the troops moving. I don't want to declare war before I'm ready. Zero aggressive expansion or not.